My name is Miguel Quiles. I'm a Sony Artisan of Imagery, and I'm really excited to talk about Sony's newest lens, which is the 100mm 2.8 STF G Master lens. STF stands for Smooth Transition Focus, and what this lens does better than practically any lens that I've used is to be able to take the background, the bokeh, and to blur that even more than what you would be used to. First off, it's a 100mm lens, which is a very flattering focal length for shooting portraits. You have that smooth transition focus feature in this new lens, but you also have autofocus. It's an f2.8 aperture, and it actually has optical steady shot built into the lens, which is really great if you're having to hand hold the lens and shoot at lower shutter speeds. You also have a click button on the side of this, so if you want to change the aperture and actually feel it going from one setting to the next, you could actually feel that. Or you could have it where it's nice and smooth and you can turn that off. You also have the second aperture blade back here, which helps you to defocus the background. So I shot a majority of my portraits at the 0.85 meters to infinity setting on this ring, but you could actually almost use it as a macro lens at the 0.57 to 1 meter range, where you can actually get really close. As a portrait photographer, this thing is a dream. Being able to shoot at that 100mm focal length is something that I use quite often because it's very flattering for photographing faces. One of the big things is the sharpness. It is insanely sharp. For studio portraiture, I think it's really important to have an option where you can have a sharp foreground or a sharp subject and then have a beautiful fall off. It's just an amazing quality that this lens gives you to be able to blur the background in a way that you would be used to at maybe a lower aperture, but you're doing it with 2.8 aperture. It's very special. The construction of the lens is exceptional. If anybody out there has ever used a Sony G Master lens, you know that this is the cream of the crop, the best of the best that Sony has to offer, and they didn't do anything differently on this. It is high quality, it is built like a tank, and I think for somebody like myself that's a professional photographer, I make my living with photography, I need to buy something and rely on it for years and years and years to come. I've shot a lot of different systems and I have yet to find sharpness wide open like I've been able to find with the 102.8 STF lens from Sony.